Yeah, we're back. Okay,
Welcome back.
welcome back to part 2.
Got
Apologize.
headphones ready to go?
Headphones are ready to go. I apologize profusely for this interruption in your listening experience, but we're gonna get straight back to it.
So we just done 187, the only single decent song. Had a Let's Go, which is always good.
But yeah, it was one of the better ones from the start of the album. It had this really nice, it had this good grimy sound, and like a more grimy, dingy aesthetic to it, and the funny samples with Mario, the Armenian war criminal was referenced. But it was a bit too long in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, and then there was one line about motherfuckers dropping like lemons. It's one of the more esoteric bars I've heard, if I'm being honest. A bit postmodernist that. Yeah, I don't know. It was a bit of a weird one. I thought the instrumental was good, but I just didn't think Giggs did it all that much justice, in my opinion, which is kind of a theme.
You're not a Giggs fan?
No, it appears not. I thought I was after hearing him have that big feature on Man Don't Care, but it's just his flow. It gets me. I don't get it. He sounds like he's always being watched, and he's like, oh, okay, I don't want to go full on in there. That's what I imagine anyway.
He's just a laid back, chilled out guy.
Yeah, I guess he is. I'm more of a fan of it when MCs go all in though, and they have a real fun time doing it. No, he may not have a fun time, but it just doesn't sound like he's really going for it on this, in my opinion. But Baby's a bit better.
It's the more dark side of his humor.
Yeah, it's got some funny lyrics, I thought, and okay, his flow did complement this beat pretty well, I felt, and it was the best his flow was yet at that point in the album. Yeah.
And what I didn't quite understand is it was obviously chosen that the bridge would always end with the shit's Madagascar when the monkeys make the poop.
Yeah,
but which was funny, and I still laugh when I hear it now. But then it goes straight into like this pickup line chorus type thing, which I just found was a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That monkey Madagascar shit flying line though, that's pretty funny. And the monkeys
is crazy.
Well, aren't they chimps actually? Who are slinging shit. But
yeah, but they were like playing dumb, weren't they? They were.
Yeah. Point still stands. It's a funny line. Okay, mic check.
What about Spun It?
Spun It. I don't really have much to Spun It.
It was just mob. I just liked the hook where he was talking all this mob shit, and then he said the hardboileds 2 running.
Yeah. there are a fair few of those kinds of bars. So you have like mother frickers dropping like lemons. We got monkey like shit slinging shit like the monkeys in Madagascar, and now we're talking about eggs. Like these are pretty wacky bars. That just come out of nowhere. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Credit where credit's due. Mic check though. It's another great beat. I've got written down. It's
from Jahil Beats.
Ooh.
And it had the first American feature of the album.
Yeah.
Jadakiss from D Block fame.
Thanks for this. Thanks for the assist there. I have no idea how to say the name.
Oh, good. There you go.
Yeah, he's like growling his whole verse. It's pretty cool.
And, I don't know how to describe his voice, but it's very low, isn't it?
It's kind of like just gravel, pure gravel, nothing but.
I think he complimented Giggs quite well.
Yeah, I agree. And the drum sample was good. Actually, but that's one thing, because here's like a real drum sample. It's not like an electronic drum beat. Whereas there are other songs which have electronic drum beats, other songs which are like full-on trap beats. There's not much consistency in regards to the beats, in my
No.
opinion. And I feel each one has a drastically different aesthetic as well, which can not help towards having a greater like idea of what the album's for. But then,
Yeah, I get that. One thing I would say is this
Mhm.
it was such an abrupt ending, the song. Like Jadakiss's verse ended and then it literally just went into the next song and that was it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But then we got Show Me Some Respect, which had this really cool 70s sample. I don't know what the song is,
No,
but
me neither.
it's pretty cool. But again, it's another like shift in style, pretty drastically. Um, oh yeah, there was one more funny line here. It's like says I'm nuts, I'm all about the Snickers or something like that. Funny.
The only real thing I had was the sample was great, and I thought Giggs wrote it very well.
Yeah. Then we have Talk About It, which is greatly different aesthetic. This is the no, it's not. The next one is the Labyrinth track.
Yeah, this one I did not like very much at all. Talk About It. I thought it was all a complete mess, and the Christian Hamilton feature was particularly awful.
Was he who was speaking in like patois? Is that the right term for
Oh,
it?
that was right at the bit. That was like that was a sort of jungly sample. I
Yeah.
think. That was on the start of the next song anyway.
Yeah, I thought the sequencing there was really good, but again, like it was another different aesthetic. I mean, whereas the last one had this like solid 70s samples, like okay, that's hip hop, you know. This one had this kind of obscure vocal sample, which had this kind of dreamy vibe, and yeah, whoever was rapping really high pitched, it was comical. I mean,
Yeah,
that may
it
have been what they
sounded
were
awful,
intending.
didn't it?
Yeah, it was terrible. And then Gigs was trying to was higher as
Yeah.
well. I was, what is going on here? Whose
This is
idea
just
was this?
I don't know. This was probably my least favorite song. I mean, the beat I thought was a bit of a mess as well. I just didn't like anything that was going on here.
The only thing I think I'm gonna give some credit is the kind of experimentally EQ they had on the vocal and what they did to it. I thought that was interesting to listen to, but again, it was just drastically different. And there was a lyric about like I did the rap test and she passed it. I mean, at least it's got an upside there to the story. But the best part about this song was when it ended and it sequenced very nicely into the much better "Don't Go Hungry." Yeah, which is this more passionate, more blue sounding track. It has great bass and synth.
Yeah,
And
Giggs back in his lane as well. Not
yeah,
trying to sing.
yeah. And I was a big fan of the strings towards the end.
Yeah, they were very nice. I don't know whether the "Don't Go Hungry" thing was about waiting for Giggs to take them out or what. That's what lyrically it felt a bit like, but is that really something you want to make a song about? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I thought Labyrinth was definitely a vast improvement on Theopolis London and Christian Hamilton on the previous
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It
With a name
provided a
like that, I
nice.
was looking forward to Theophilus London. But
Yeah, he
yeah.
was only doing the ad libs to be fair, which weren't that bad.
Yeah.
But I think the theme with him is that he always sounds a bit like a cheap Kid Cudi, which isn't necessarily the best. But after that, we had "Run Me Down," which was we went back to the grind bangers that kicked the album off with Getz.
Yeah.
Who's a grime artist. He's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
This isn't the best I've ever heard him, but I thought he definitely brought some good contrast to the Giggs' style.
Yeah. He
And
had this.
Sorry.
Oh no! Continue. I'll go
He had
off.
this one funny line where he said, "Cover my face like I'm embarrassed. That's how I move when I've got the shank."
Yeah, he had this. His flow was a bit more staccato,
Mm.
and it felt grimy, it felt gritty, and it was the instrumental here complemented that kind of spooky, grimy aesthetic here, and it had a really heavy bass. It was
From
pretty cool.
That was from a proper trap producer, Illa the producer, who did the Pinky Ring from Lil Pump, for example.
Oh,
To link back to part one.
yeah.
So it was interesting looking at the credits here of what was sort of done by who.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, yeah, I think
Okay.
this was definitely a highlight for me. I agree that
Yeah.
the beat was great.
But the next one, Nostalgia, I really didn't like it, man. It just had me thinking, why did this collab happen? I know
I,
doesn't Lil Yachty is a fan of grime, so maybe that's why. But he just doesn't work with like grime at all. I
I
think.
have to disagree. I thought this worked quite well.
Okay.
For me, I mean, I always prefer rap Yachty over singing Yachty, which I know is quite an unpopular opinion, given that
Yeah,
that's how he came up and got popular.
I like singing Yachty when he sounds kind of dumb. I think it's pretty funny.
And I also like that the hook was he did much better at singing here, and it just sounded so sarcastic with the whole thinking back to when he was cooking crack and how that's nostalgic.
Ah. um.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I will agree that the French Montana crossover was a lot better.
Hmm. And although okay, I mean, Lil Yachty's flow here was fast, and I'll give him credit for that. I was impressed with how fast he was rapping, and it wasn't a total like tonal dissonance there. It just wasn't what I was expecting to hear from him.
Mm.
But
But then as soon as I saw the track list leaked, I was just like, what the hell is this going to sound like? And in the end, I
yeah,
was pleasantly surprised because I really had no idea and it could have been anything.
yeah. But now we're gonna go on to Hold Up.
Hold up.
Yeah. It's Oh yeah, the instrumental here was pretty cool. How it went from offbeat to onbeat, kind of. It started off offbeat with the vocals, and then they kind of gradually moved to being onbeat. And it had
The
like the beat went pretty hard
production,
as well.
sorry, came from DJ Paul, who was the producer for 36 Mafia, of all people.
Who's 36 Mafia?
They're very they're a rap group from the 90s that GCJ was in that has basically influenced all the speedy trap flows that we have now.
Oh, huh. We know. Did you
This
like it?
Yeah, I really like this song. I thought it was a bit of a shame. Well, not a shame, but French Montana dominated the track.
Hmm. Did he have the line like talking guns? We got bazookas.
Yeah, he also said,
Yeah.
"Glad we made it out of gladiator school." And he ended his verse with a very interesting line. So before that, he was talking about if you're snitching. Then he said the ones about the bazooka one and having shooters on the roof. And he just said, "Grab a rope around your neck and kick the chair." And then his verse ended.
Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty metal that. There was a melody switch as well later into a more grimy sounding thing.
Mm.
I felt it could have done with a full beat switch. Some of these songs were like pretty long, like 5 minutes, and I don't know. I was just expecting some beat switches there to keep it fresh, but they just weren't happening. It seemed like it.
Yeah, some of the songs did definitely go on too long. But I thought this one, the way that everything happened, I thought this wasn't one of the biggest offenders.
No. Then we got You Ain't. I. If you have anything to say about it, then do go on because I
I
have
liked
nothing
I
to say
liked
about it.
his flow. I thought that was quite interesting, but that was about it, really.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a forgettable track. You have Who, which has more steel pans, Tom, or steel drums. Your favorite?
I hated them again.
I know. And there were these kind of exotic flavor guitars, but that's literally all that stood out to me. I didn't really. Again, like why is this here? And then you have way more grimy, like dirty sounding tracks, and you have this. It's stupid in my opinion. I don't get it. You can't just switch tones like that.
I just thought it sounded so tacky with the fake steel drums and
yeah,
the whole tropical vibe. Like, and why was the jungle sample at the beginning of the love song and not this one? That would have made more sense, surely.
Oh, I had some thoughts on the previous two songs, on those two songs. Yeah, so because they were so well sequenced, why aren't they just the same song?
What one?
Talk about it into Don't Go Hungry. It was just a thought that came into my head. I mean, they were really well sequenced. It could have just been like the same song and then it goes into a beat switch into part two. Like how Tyler the Creator does those 2-part songs a lot.
I don't know, maybe he hasn't dabbled into that kind of thing yet.
It's fair enough. Turn has this interesting, more glitchy production. Apart from that, though, it didn't really stand out.
I thought this was I thought this was one of the much better songs. It was a fun, sort of more turn up track again, one of the more clubby ones.
Mm-hmm.
And it also had a line referencing his Batman lyrics that he did on the Drake and JME features that have got him a lot of attention with the I was in the Black Gang, now everyone's Batman.
Yeah.
But Terminator, this was the final of the American features. Swizz Beatz, legendary hip hop producer.
This was mad. Like the sample or the instrumental here was absolutely mad. There's a full
He said he
orchestra.
got the BBC orchestra to do that.
Wow, that's impressive. I mean, I really love like the idea behind it. I mean, I don't know if it's executed all that well, but I'll give kudos to the idea and like
I
the
think
fact
this
that they
song
actually
was
did it.
great. This
Cool.
was my favorite. I thought it was so anthemic with all like you said, the whole orchestra and everything. And then
they have like a proper
gigs
rap beat over
really
it.
well, yeah. And Swizz Beatz was his hype man. Then he had the verse at the end, sort of just saying, "Yo, this was done before I even got on it." Sort of giving props to Giggs, and bizarrely, Giggs was also on his album that came out at the end of last year.
Oh, well, they're just.
Maybe they're just good friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, all the American features said I was in the UK, but only Swizz said that he was in Peckham, which is where Giggs is from. No, they all just said they're in the UK. They could have been anywhere.
Yeah.
Even Scotland, God forbid.
Even
I don't know whether that was just to prove they hadn't phoned it in or what, but if Swizz Beatz got the BBC orchestra, he definitely didn't phone it in.
Yeah.
But yes, my favourite song.
Definitely one of the ones that stood out to me a lot, and I'll give it props for originality. Like it was cool. Guap Expenses. They had this kind of blingy instrumental to it, but oh man, I was hoping for better from this. It really didn't like do what I was hoping it would do.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown.
Well, Wretch 3-2's verse was amazing.
Fair enough, but I wasn't feeling it, man.
Whip like a runaway.
No, and I wasn't a fan of the blingy instrumental either. It was, especially after saying like Terminator as well. It's just like another stark tonal shift. Like, what is going on? And I was getting a bit fatigued at them. Like, I really wish he'd stuck with an idea or a sound. But
and just to round it off with Shade, which for me was another banger.
Yeah, no, I'll give
it. Was a good song, but it wasn't a closer.
Yeah, it had a great intro, and the whole sound of it was good. It was full. It had like this great bass. It kind of like magical synth. But yeah, I mean, it built towards the end as well, and it does kind of feel like a send off. It felt like he was sort of talking about the scene a lot, thinking about it, and yeah, there was this one lyric towards the end. So many vultures, so many roaches, so many is it crooks? Eating all the food. Uh, I just think it's yummy. Uh, it was pretty cool. I don't know about it being a closer as that you just said, but it was one of the better tracks in it.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
like you said a little minute ago, I think there were some good songs. I think there were some not good songs. There were two terrible songs I'd happily never hear again.
yeah,
And the main issues I have with this are not the song quality, but like you kept on referencing to, they're just the placement was poor. They sort of, I don't know what the vision behind this. I know some people care more about where the songs are on the album than others, but
yeah. I
just
mean,
sort of kept jumping from banger to rap track to slower song, then up again and down again and up again.
yeah, it felt kind of all over the place.
I mean, I can
And
see why he didn't want to bunch all the American features together or anything, because that would make it too much of a
yeah,
hip hop album. But it could have, I don't know, maybe cut a few as well, because it was over an hour long.
yeah. I think it
Not
could have
all
done
of
with
them are necessary.
a bit more time in the oven. This maybe
Although the
needed a bit more
trailer,
thought.
if you haven't seen the Big Bad trailer that he released of him
No, I
just
haven't seen it.
massive walking around London and having all these fake reporters and stuff on it, that's pretty good.
Okay. I'm giving it a 4.
4, I think I'd go for a 6 myself.
Well, it was a 6, but then I thought, I mean, I gave the Little Pump album a 5, and I enjoyed the Little Pump album more than this, so
That's fair
it's
enough.
going as a 4. Okay, and now singles. Well, singles this time is going to be special. We have one single to talk about, and then we have 3 singles to talk about from last week.
Are we going to talk about them again? Okay.
Well, if we're not going to talk about all of them, I'd like to talk about Sandy by Rico. Rico!
I think Flat Tummy Tea was the best one last week.
Yeah, I mean musically, but Sandy was like so funny, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, first we'll do this week's Hate You, which
oh,
Health.
I thought you were talking to me.
I was.
Oh, okay.
Health and Peggy.
Yeah, Peggy's here.
I'd never heard of Health, but apparently they're an industrial band.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I got the industrial vibe from the instrumental, but I really just came for Peggy.
I thought the instrumental was more the standout here. It was so wild and abstract, which suits Peggy down to the ground.
Oh yeah,
and he was witty as well, talking about how his competition all pathetic.
It was talking about the sample. It was cold. It was glitchy. It was distorted. It had a great bass. It had great keys. It did kind of have some emotional weight to it, the song. Like the instrumental, I felt. And then it kind of explodes at the end with more sharp synths and psychedelic vocals. It wasn't long enough. It was cut short. Way too short, I think.
I think it's sort of the idea was to have it do its thing, and then go out. But it could have done with another verse or something.
I mean, it does go out, but it's more like it's just like yanked off stage by someone because it's taken its allotted time. I thought it could have been like at least another 30 seconds longer or something. I mean, Peggy had great presence on it. Yeah, it was really, really good single. Yeah.
Thank you, Melon, for the recommendation.
Yeah. Thank you, Spotify, for the recommendation as well.
All right, what about Sanday?
Okay. I just think this is so fun. How Did she talk about? Did she make any like big posts about it on like her Twitter and stuff?
No, there was just the one with the video link, and Zach
Yeah,
Fox posted it as well.
yeah. It's so funny. It's like I originally thought it was like a fan made meme edit. No, it's just a shit post, pretty much. Well, no, it
It's just a
seems
collection of memes and cursed
yeah, it's
images.
just a collection of cursed images. Is the music video? The song's like really good as well. I mean, she's
Mm.
talking about she's her like abrasive, obnoxious self. She's so like assured. She's confident. Like she's I really like her as an artist.
And the hook has a SpongeBob reference.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, if anyone's gonna be like a SpongeBob character, I'd put Rico Nasty as Sandy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rico Nasty could easily be Sandy.
Oh
And I
yeah.
love the bit at the beginning of the video where it credited Kenny Beats and in brackets a white man. And
Yeah.
apparently that was all his mentions on Twitter were for like the next 4 days.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, so like the bass drops here was so distorted. They were thick.
This
Yeah,
is the hardest he's gone probably since Rage.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And then that whole ending with like the island and thank you. Yeah, it was so cool. It was a really wicked kind of intersection of memes and music.
Mm.
And just one final thing I wanted to say was one of the lyrics she had was about high fashion, which I believe is in reference to her. Like she took part as a model in a fashion show recently, I think.
When she was smoking a blunt
She
down
was
the
smoking a
catwalk.
blunt down the runway. Like you can't control her. She's an absolute unit. Honestly, it was cool and it was a great track. Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
funny. Musically, perhaps no, it wasn't the most sophisticated track. That's like Flat Tummy Tea, definitely, as you said. But just like for sheer like idea, and originality, man, it was so funny. Yeah. I mean, do you want to talk about Flat Tummy Tea as well, briefly?
Mad Gibbs is back.
Yeah.
2014's Pinata.
Pinata,
We,
which was bloody great.
we're finally getting a follow up.
When's it due?
Madlib and Freddie Gibbs. All they said is this year at the moment, but we've got a single.
Oh! Yeah, I know it's a good
Um,
single of that. Like,
Yeah,
Gibbs was
in the
solid.
morning, Freddie Gibbs put up this picture of him with a box of tea, and it says, "How I'm starting 2019, flat tummy tea," and everyone was like, "What the fuck? Why have you taken a tea sponsorship?" and then, like in the afternoon, I come back, and I thought the same thing. I was a bit like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
and then I come back, and there's a song out, and I'm just like, "Whoa!"
Oh.
And it's actually a really quite dark joke about
Yeah?
slimming pills.
Oh.
I'm all up in your. I'm all up in you like flat tummy tea.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
crazy. I like the
Yeah.
I like the first beat a lot more than the second one, and I thought that the beat switch was kind of rough.
I thought it was. I liked the beat switch a lot actually, and then
Mm.
I was a fan of the like more abstract sound and almost like psychedelic vibe it had. The second beat, but the first one, I mean, it was kind of a bit more of an eclectic mix of sounds, and
Yeah.
yeah, but like Gibbs was formidable on it. As I said, like his flows were like pretty relentless over the whole thing.
Madlib definitely gets the best out of Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. His best album is Pinata.
And
Even though like Freddie's
sorry,
mixtape, well, it was a mixtape, wasn't it, or was it an album?
what Freddie?
Yeah,
That was the album.
that was an album. I mean, Freddie was good. It had some highlights, but Pinata's the best one.
I had
Out of
Kenny
his...
Beats as well.
Really? What Freddie?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it was a hard trap album. But I mean, it was good, man. It was good.
I liked the
Opinion-
outros of the song as well, where someone called him and he was like, "Fuck, I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode," and then the song ended.
Oh, it was good. There were some great singles.
Should we talk quickly about Alan
Lucky.
the Chemist
Oh,
and Mayhem Loren?
I didn't have any notes on that actually. I
Did
talked
you like the
about.
song?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, it had like a. I like the artwork on it as well. It had like a cello on it. It looked kind of like. It's like coming back to SpongeBob. It looked a bit like a SpongeBob background or something, in my opinion. Yeah.
And I love
Alan the Chemist is
the
a very good
beat
chemist.
as per usual. And Mayhem Loren had one funny line where he said, pineapple mousse, and a masseuse. That's my dessert."
Oh,
And also,
more
he had
funny lines. More
in
funny.
reference to the title, still playing CeeLo.
Yeah.
There was some like dice shaking sounds in the background as well, which I quite liked.
Right. What is CeeLo?
It's a dice game.
Oh.
I don't know how to play though.
Would you play it on the corner if you could though?
Yeah, that's how you lose or make money, depending
Yeah.
on whether you're any good. But okay, I think that'll do it for this week. Another
Yeah.
double upload, not for our fault.
Well, it's not really a double upload. It's like a single upload split
Hey,
into
we're claiming it.
on account of my incompetence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that, kids.
Yeah. Always charge your earphones, or you'll rue the day. Okay.
All right.
Hope
Thanks
you
for
enjoyed.
listening.
And wait, honestly, actually no, we'll end up being a double upload or a 1.5 upload because this week's is gonna be pretty damn good. Just stay tuned, all right? Okay. I've been Tim,
And I've been Tom.
and you've got podcasted.
Amen.
Amen.